1971, University of California, Berkeley. Wrestling practice, the Cal Wrestling Room. 60 wrestlers training, drilling, rolling, live wrestling. Division I program, elite athletes, national level competitors. This was serious wrestling, serious athletes, serious dedication. Bruce Lee was invited by the wrestling coach. Mr. Lee, our wrestlers are excellent grapplers, best in the nation, but they struggle against strikers who understand takedown defense. Could you show them anti-wrestling techniques, help them understand what they'll face outside wrestling room? Bruce agreed. Happy to help. Cross-training philosophy, mutual learning, but one wrestler wasn't interested in learning. Danny Morrison, 22 years old, 6'0", 185 pounds, Division I All-American, record 147 wins, 3 losses, 4 years varsity, senior captain, 4 years, 147-3, one of the best collegiate wrestlers in America. His 3 losses, all to other elite Division I wrestlers, close matches, narrow decisions, never been dominated, never been stopped, never faced someone he couldn't take down. Morrison believed absolutely. Wrestling beats everything. Size, strength, speed, technique. Doesn't matter. Wrestler gets takedown, controls fight, wins, always. After Bruce demonstrated, Morrison stood up, voice loud, confident. Mr. Lee, wrestling is superior grappling. We're not judo with rules. We're not submission grappling. Pure wrestling, takedowns, control. We get anyone down, any size, any style. I'm 147-3, Division I All-American. You're a striker. I could take you down at will. Your striking wouldn't matter once I shoot. Bruce looked at him, calm. Would you like to test that? What happened next didn't just end Morrison's wrestling career. It changed how wrestlers thought about striking defense forever. But to understand this moment, you need to know who Danny Morrison was in 1971. Danny Morrison, 22 years old, 6'0", 185 pounds, powerful, explosive, technical, elite Division I wrestler. Started wrestling at 8. Iowa, wrestling family, culture and tradition, state champion high school, 3 times, undefeated senior year 45-0, UC Berkeley, Division I, Pac-12 Conference, elite competition, 4-year career, freshman 32-2, sophomore 38-1, junior 41-0, national runner-up, senior 36-0 so far, total 147-3, 3 losses to elite wrestlers, close matches, heading to nationals, championship favorite, Morrison's specialty, single leg takedown, fast, explosive, technical, finished 90% of attempts. Once he grabbed leg, fight was over. Control, mat return, ride time, points, victory, pattern repeated 147 times. His philosophy, wrestling is ultimate grappling, no jaw to grab, no rules limiting techniques, pure skill, pure athleticism, pure domination. Striker thinks he's safe at distance? I close distance. Shoot, take him down, game over, every time. Morrison faced strikers before, karate guys in high school trying wrestling, kung fu students in recreational matches, always same. Result, Morrison shot, took them down, controlled them. They couldn't stop it, couldn't defend, couldn't escape. Wrestling dominated. Strikers are one-dimensional, distance fighters. Get inside their range, take them down, they're helpless. Wrestling is complete, standing, ground, control, everything. Then wrestling coach invited Bruce Lee, demonstrate anti-wrestling for wrestlers. Morrison attended, professional obligation, curious, but not there to learn, there to prove point. Wrestling beats striking, always. Bruce demonstrated, Morrison watched, growing skeptical. Bruce demonstrated, sprawl, distance management, hand fighting. Wrestlers who understand striking defense become complete. Wrestlers nodded, interested, cross-training, better athletes, Bruce. Wrestling is powerful, but effective only if you complete takedown. Skilled striker prevents takedown, maintains distance. Then wrestling can't happen. Morrison scoffed. I've taken down hundreds. Nobody stops my shots. Bruce. Wrestling works against opponents who don't understand anti-wrestling. Against skilled defensive striker, different situation. They know your setups, your angles, your timing. Can defend. Morrison couldn't stay quiet. Raised hand, stood. Mr. Lee, with respect, I disagree. Wrestler always gets takedown. Against anyone. I'm 147-3, Division I All-American. I've faced state champions, national competitors, elite athletes, all got taken down. Your striking theory sounds good, but practice is different. I could shoot on you right now, take you down. Your strikes wouldn't stop me. Bruce, you believe wrestling always beats striking defense? I know it does. I've done it 147 times, against trained opponents, strong opponents, fast opponents, doesn't matter. Wrestler shoots, wrestler gets takedown, that's reality. Would you like to demonstrate this? You shoot takedowns, I defend. We test theory versus practice. Morrison smiled. This was perfect. How many attempts? Morrison asked, confident. This was his world, what he did, what he'd done thousands of times, successfully. Your choice. How many attempts do you need to complete one takedown? Morrison calculated. 10 attempts. I'll complete takedown within 10. Guaranteed. Let's say 15. Give you more chances. If you complete one clean takedown in 15 attempts, proves wrestling beats striking defense. If I prevent all 15, proves striking can defend wrestling. Fair? 15 attempts. Morrison only needed one successful takedown out of 15. Easy, guaranteed. Fair, but I'll succeed in first few, won't need 15. We'll see. 60 wrestlers excited. Their captain, their leader, their All-American, testing against striker, wrestling versus anti-wrestling, practical demonstration, real test. Coach, gentlemen, rules. Bruce, Danny shoots any takedown, single leg, double leg, high crotch, ankle pick, whatever he wants. I defend using striking principles. No strikes to eyes or groin. Otherwise realistic. Morrison, I don't need 15, but I'll take them. Prove this completely. They stood on mat, wrestling room. 60 Division I wrestlers watching. Morrison removed warm-up gear. Wrestling singlet underneath. 6 new, 185 pounds. Division I athlete. Explosive, powerful. Bruce stood in training clothes. 5'7", 145 pounds. Smaller, lighter. Disadvantage in wrestling. Everyone knew this. Size matters in grappling. Morrison had 40-pound advantage, plus elite wrestling technique, plus 4 years Division I experience. Most wrestlers thought Morrison succeeds easily, maybe first attempt, definitely within 5. Bruce is skilled striker, but wrestling is different. Explosive, closing distance, getting legs. Morrison's specialty. This won't take long. Morrison, ready? Bruce, ready. Attempt 1. 15 attempts. Here's what happened. Attempt 1, single leg, right. Morrison shot, perfect form, Division I technique. Change levels, penetration step, head, position, hands to ankle, textbook. Bruce's leg moved back, 6 inches, sprawl, hips back, weight on Morrison's shoulders. Morrison's hands grabbed air, leg not there anymore. Morrison pushed, trying to drive through, finish anyway. Bruce's base too solid, too low, sprawled perfectly. Morrison had to pull back, reset, failed attempt 1. Attempt 2, double leg. Morrison changed approach, double leg, both legs, lower, faster, more power. Bruce sprawled again, both legs back, hands on Morrison's head, pushed down, controlled posture. Morrison couldn't reach legs, couldn't get under hips, couldn't complete. Failed attempt 2. Attempt 3, high crotch. Morrison tried high crotch, different angle, control waist and leg, lift and drive. Bruce's hip moved away, created angle. Morrison couldn't lock, couldn't secure. Bruce's hand broke Morrison's grip, separated, created space. Failed attempt 3. Attempt 4, ankle pick. Morrison went low. Ankle pick, wrestling fundamental, grab ankle. Pull, drop opponent. Bruce lifted knee, front kick chamber, ankle not available. Morrison grabbed nothing. Bruce's hands pushed Morrison's head, off-balanced him. Failed attempt 4. Attempt 5, single leg, left. Morrison switched sides. Left leg attack. Maybe Bruce defended right better. Try left. Same result. Bruce sprawled, leg back, weight down. Morrison's grab missed. Can't reach, can't finish. Failed attempt 5. 5 attempts, 5 failures. Morrison breathing harder. Not exhausted. Frustrated. 147-3 record. 4 years Division I. Never faced this. Nobody defended like this. Everyone got taken down eventually. Everyone. Attempt 6. Duck under. Morrison tried different technique. Duck under. Get behind. Take back. Control. Bruce sprawled as Morrison ducked. No space to get through. Morrison's head between Bruce's arms. Controlled. Had to back out. Failed attempt 6. Attempt 7. Low single. Morrison went very low. Low single. Maximum penetration. Get deep. Get legs. Bruce's. Footwork. Stepped back. Maintained distance. Morrison's shot fell short. Grabbed air. Bruce already repositioned. Failed attempt 7. Attempt 8. Blast double. Morrison explosive. Blast double. Maximum power. No setup. Just explosion. Overwhelmed defense. Bruce sidestepped. Matador. Morrison blasted past. Empty space. Caught himself. Turned. Embarrassed. Failed attempt 8. Attempt 9. Single to double. Morrison setup. Single leg. Switch to double midshot. Wrestling combination. Advanced technique. Bruce read it. Defended initial single. Morrison tried to switch to double. Bruce already sprawled. Both legs back. Morrison stuck. Had to abandon. Failed attempt 9. Attempt 10. Ankle pick to high crotch. Morrison combination. Fake ankle pick. Morrison shot high crotch. Wrestling tactics. Setups. Bruce didn't bite on fake. Maintained position. Defended actual attack. High crotch failed to. Same sprawl. Same result. Failed attempt 10. 10 attempts, 10 failures. Morrison's confidence. Cracking. 147 wins. Based on takedowns. Against Bruce, 0 successful takedowns, not 1, in 10 attempts. Attempt 11. Head outside single. Morrison variation. Head outside single. Different position. Different finish. Bruce sprawled. Same principle. Different attack. Same defense. Morrison couldn't finish. Couldn't convert. Failed attempt 11. Attempt 12. Fireman's carry. Attempt, Morrison tried fireman's carry, get under, lift, throw, Greco influence. Bruce's weight distributed, too heavy to lift. Morrison couldn't get leverage, couldn't complete. Failed attempt 12. Attempt 13, sweep single. Morrison sweep single. Grab leg, sweep support leg. Classic finish. Bruce's support leg moved, sweep missed. Morrison holding one leg, but can't finish. Bruce controlled upper body, made Morrison release. Failed attempt 13, attempt 14, desperation double, Morrison desperate, 14 attempts, 0 success. This wasn't possible. Tried full commitment double. Everything, all power, all speed, all technique. Bruce sprawled, perfect, again. Morrison drove, pushed, strained, Bruce's base unmovable. Stone wall. Morrison exhausted himself, had to stop. Failed attempt 14, attempt 15, final single leg, last attempt. Morrison took breath, focused, best technique, best setup, best finish, everything he learned in 4 years Division I wrestling. Everything that worked 147 times, perfect shot, perfect form, perfect execution. Bruce's defense equally perfect. Sprawl, position, control. Morrison's hands couldn't reach, couldn't grab, couldn't finish. For 15th time. Failed attempt 15, 15 attempts, 15 failures, 0 successful takedowns. Division I All-American, 147-3 record. Couldn't take down a 145-pound striker, not once. In 15 attempts, series record, most failed attempts, perfect defensive performance. The wrestling room was dead silent. 60 wrestlers stared, shocked. They're all American, their captain, their best wrestler, for 3. Record, 4 years dominance, couldn't complete 1 takedown, 15 attempts, perfect defense, impossible. Morrison knelt on mat, hands on knees, breathing hard, not from physical exhaustion, from mental breakdown. Everything he believed, everything he knew, everything that defined him, shattered. 15 attempts, 15 failures. Wrestling was his identity, his life, what he was best at, what made him special. 147-3, All-American, future champion, and he couldn't take down one person who never wrestled, who just understood defense. Bruce extended hand, helped Morrison up. You're excellent wrestler, Division I level. Your technique is textbook, your setups are good, your explosiveness is real. But you've only faced wrestlers. They defend with wrestling defense. I defended with striking defense. Different system. That's why your takedowns didn't work. But I'm 147-3. I've taken down everyone. State champions, national competitors. How did you stop all 15? How? Because those wrestlers didn't understand anti-wrestling. They knew wrestling defense, counter-wrestling, but not striking defense. Distance, angles, sprawl timing, hand fighting. I understand wrestling, but from striker's perspective, That perspective let me defend. Morrison sat on mat edge, head in hands. So wrestling doesn't beat striking? Wrestling beats striking if wrestler completes takedown. If wrestler closes distance successfully, if wrestler gets legs, but skilled striker prevents all those ifs, maintains distance, denies entries, stops shots, then wrestling never happens, then striking controls fight. Everything I know, is it wrong? Not wrong, incomplete. You're excellent wrestler, but only understand wrestling context. Learn striking context. Understand both sides. Then you become complete. Wrestler with striking defense is unstoppable. That's future of fighting. Morrison asked the question that changed everything. Morrison looked up. Will you teach me? Bruce. Teach you anti-wrestling? You're wrestler. Why? Because I'm incomplete. 147-3 record. All American. But you showed me. Someone with striking defense? I'm useless. I need that understanding. But what? Nationals in 3 weeks. My last chance at title. If I start training with you, I might lose my wrestling. Might lose my chance. Or you might improve, become better wrestler, Morrison thought. Then, I don't want to wrestle anymore. Room gasped, shocked. Coach stood. Danny, you're championship contender. Morrison faced coach. I learned something. Wrestling is incomplete. I thought I was complete. 147 wins told me I was. Bruce showed me in 15 attempts I'm not. I don't want to be incomplete wrestler. I want to be complete martial artist. You can do both. Compete now. Train after. No, competing reinforces incomplete mindset. I want completeness now, not after graduation. Now. You're quitting? 3 weeks before nationals? Yes, starting real training. Complete training. Morrison to Bruce. When do we start? Tomorrow, 6 a.m. Morrison never competed in wrestling again? Morrison quit UC Berkeley wrestling 3 weeks before national championship, walked away from 147-3 record, walked away from All-American status, walked away from potential national title. Teammates thought he was crazy. Coach was devastated. His best wrestler, his captain, gone. 3 weeks before biggest meet of the year, but Morrison was certain. I learned more in 15 failed takedowns than I did in 147 wins. Those wins taught me I was good. Those failures taught me I was incomplete. I choose completeness over wins. 1971 to 1973, 2 years. Morrison trained with Bruce. Full-time. No college wrestling, no competition, just learning. Integration, striking, kicking, handwork, distance, timing. Everything he never learned in wrestling room. Bruce taught him, you're elite wrestler, best I've seen at takedowns, but now learn what happens before takedowns. In striking range, learn that range, control that space, then combine both. Wrestling plus striking equals complete. Morrison absorbed everything. His athletic base was incredible. 4 years Division I wrestling, strength, conditioning, discipline, work ethic, now adding skill, technique, understanding, becoming complete. After 2 years, Morrison was transformed, still had wrestling, still had takedowns, but now had striking, defense, awareness, complete range, standing, clinching, ground, everything, seamless, integrated. Bruce. Now you're complete, wrestler who understands striking, striker who can wrestle. This is future. This is how fighting will evolve. Morrison. Mixed martial arts? Exactly. Mixed. Complete. Not just wrestling, not just striking, everything. You're ahead of your time. In 20 years, all fighters will train like you. Mixed, complete. You're pioneer. July 20th, 1973. Bruce Lee died. Morrison was destroyed. Bruce wasn't just teacher, was savior. Saved Morrison from incomplete martial arts, from limited thinking, from wrestling-only mindset, gave him completeness, gave him vision, gave him future. Morrison attended funeral, Hong Kong, wrestling shoes in bag, symbol, what he was, what he left behind, what led him to Bruce. After Bruce's death, Morrison became pioneer. After Bruce died, Morrison opened gym, 1974, Los Angeles. Morrison Mixed Martial Arts, controversial name. Mixed martial arts wasn't term yet. Curriculum, wrestling fundamentals, striking principles, integration, complete system. I was 147-3 All-American. Bruce showed me in 15 attempts I was incomplete, taught me completeness. That's what I teach. Mixed. By 1980s, gym was influential. Fighters training there, using mixed skills, what Morrison taught, what Bruce predicted. 1993, consulted early UFs. You need both. Integration wins. 1995, wrote book, The Complete Fighter, Wrestling Meets Striking, dedicated to Bruce. 1971, I was 147-3, believed wrestling beat everything. Bruce stopped 15 takedowns, showed me striking defense, made me complete. 24 years later, MMA is mainstream. Bruce predicted this. 2008 documentary, age 59. People ask if I regret quitting before nationals. I don't. 15 failures taught me more than 147 wins. Morrison died 2015, age 66. Jim continues, teaching mixed martial arts, student at funeral. Coach quit All-American career. Bruce stopped 15 takedowns. Coach chose completeness over championships. That choice created modern MMA. Memorial, 147-3 made him champion. 0-15 made him complete. 15 failures that created MMA. 1971, NCAA wrestler Danny Morrison, wrestling beats everything. I could take you down at will. Bruce Lee, let's test that. 15 takedown attempts, 15 failures. Perfect defense. Morrison, teach me completeness. Quit wrestling, trained 2 years, opened first MMA gym. 15 failures taught me more than 147 wins. Completeness beats specialization. Subscribe for legendary encounters. Comment. Wrestling or striking? Which needs the other more? The greatest champions quit championships to find completeness. Be like water, my friend.